So here we are with the third Resident Evil movie. Extinction follows up the saga a few years after the previous movie, Resident Evil Apocalypse, which ended with Alice escaping from Umbrella once again with Jill and Carlos, though the movie revealed that Umbrella let her go and was starting Project Alice. 5 years later, the T-virus has spread globally and wiped out most of the world's population and even killed off most wildlife and affected the environment, making the world a mostly dried-up desert. Alice broke off from Carlos and Jill, though Jill isn't in this movie as the actress had decided to film Aragon instead. I guess she was kind of stupid. Anyway, Alex figured out that Umbrella was tracking her and went lone wolf, while Carlos and AJ hooked up with Claire Redfield, who started a convoy looking for a safe place to be. Umbrella is still around, working their evil from various underground bunkers, led by Wesker, who is pushing Project Alice, which involves making clones of Alice to amplify the psionic powers that they gave her while she was captured by them. Alice returns to the caravan to fend off zombie crows and is found by Umbrella satellites who attempt to shut her down. Umbrella unleashes a load of zombies, but it doesn't go well for them. Meanwhile, Alice has been wanting to go to Alaska, believing that there are survivors there and possibly no T-virus. So she tracks Umbrella back to their local hidey hole to get their helicopter. Carlos sacrifices himself to create a huge explosion as he had been bitten by a zombie, and the cast get to the helicopter. But Alice stays behind to fight a mutated scientist who winds up resembling the tyrant creature. Alice wins and vows to come after Wesker, now armed with an army of Alice clones. Extinction isn't based on any particular Resident Evil game. It's basically an original story, and quite a daring one, as Resident Evil stories usually take place in secluded, isolated areas. Making the T-virus plague go global obviously changes the entire face of the series. The movie plays fast and loose with continuity, particularly with the zombies, who are now fast and no longer bound to the Romero rules as they previously were. But it does make them more of a credible threat to the well-armed survivors. Overall, Extinction succeeds at creating tense action, especially the part with a huge flock of zombie birds, and the acting is solid, but the plot is, well, there's not much plot. Most of the details come only in the later half of the movie, with the first half being a lot of Alice wandering around and random scenes with Claire's caravan. I mean, this is a very short video because there's really not much to talk about. In terms of overall enjoyment and the concept, it's the best Resident Evil yet, but it does seem like 45 minutes of plot stretched out into 90. That being said, it is enjoyable despite its flaws, so I'm going to go ahead and describe it as above average. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of a possible 10.